saw a huge force, a very energetic and authentic force behind kids that are forgotten.
We were hit really hard in this area by the recession in terms of parents going from two family incomes to having nobody with jobs.
I see the kids who their only meal is here at school.
When they come here to school, they're not motivated to succeed, to turn in homework, to study for a test.
Our kids kind of have been led to believe that they're not good enough, they're not as equal to their peers, and something like this shows them that people do care.
These kids matter a lot. I love them. They know that. And they definitely deserve a lot of opportunities.
Good morning, Mustangs! At this time, we should have let the fun begin. And remember, have smiles, have fun, and show your pride.
I think today will have a very long-lasting effect on all of the students and staff.
I'm just excited to see the kids have the experience of a lifetime.
These kids are going to have a story that no one may be able to tell again. It's incredible.
Out of 3 schools out of whole Nevada, it's very special that we were the ones that got picked.
Diane Fearon, the CEO of Communities in Schools, and I had dinner, and we just started brainstorming.
Communities in Schools is part of the nation's most effective dropout prevention organization, where we work with students who are often low income, high risk, keep them in school and on the path to achievement.
We wanted to come into the schools and reteach the classes, and it's not reteach them because there's anything missing. It's more of an honor and a tribute to the teachers that are here and the people that are part of the school system. The first phone call we made was to Robert and Mac Reynolds, managers of the Killers and Imagine Dragons, and they fell in love with it immediately. We didn't have a presentation, we didn't have a pitch, it was just a phone call, and they jumped on board. Next thing you know, Bruce Bromberg from Blue Ribbon Restaurants commits, Rick Moonen joins, Misha Tate joins, Kim Cantonwalla, and then we started having that what the heck are we doing moment.
It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger than I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little.
What we really needed to do today, and do always with our at-risk kids, is find a passion for them. What gets them out of bed every morning? What do they want to do with their lives? Why are they going to walk through that door?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A musician.
A musician. I respect that. I love that. All right. Anything you want to learn in particular? What are you thinking?
Vocals.
Vocals. I see it. I see it in you. You got it in your eyes. You got that charisma. What do you think? You think she can be a vocalist?
It hit home to me when they called those youngsters up and asked them their thoughts, had them articulate what they wanted to do with their life.
What do you think you want your job to be?
A cop.
A cop. Give me 5. You'd be a great cop.
And then supported those thoughts.
When you can reach the kid and you can build the relationships with the kid, that's when you can get to the other stuff. That's when you get to the test scores. That's when you get to how are your grades. You have to be able to get to the kid where they are first. If you're not worried about the kid, the other stuff is never gonna happen.
Right there in the blue, you're beautiful. Come on up here. Come on up. Give a round of applause.
I saw a girl who was in the back of the auditorium today who looked like she'd been in the back of every room that she had ever sat in. And for the first time in her life, she was on stage.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Gymnastics.
You do gymnastics? Doing something like this may seem like it's some simple thing, but this is probably very likely the most important thing that we've done in the last 2 years. We've had these accolades and had these accomplishments, but this is way more important than that. And I really believe that.
We're gonna have a chef that comes and cooks lunch for us. You're not gonna be eating the school lunch, you're gonna be eating lunch by a chef. How exciting!
Just watching the faces of the kids, literally the first 2 minutes I walked in this place, I was completely blown away. Just the excitement, the passion, you can tell that there's a major impact.
I grew up in a house where food and cooking was very important.
I can only speculate that Brandon Flowers is not a trained teacher. Maybe I'm wrong. But what I witnessed in there was what we continually strive to do in training educators, and that is engaging with kids.
What we really got today was the gift of people being role models, and that's going to continue to have an impact on our children's lives.
I like to do this because it makes me happy, and that's what it's about. You guys have to find what you guys want to do and what makes you happy.
The best thing you can give your children as an adult, as a parent, self-esteem. You can get them to believe in themselves, and they can create their own dreams. Watch out, you got a beautiful future.
The change that you make in a young person's life, to have them know what's in them, for millions of kids, and particularly millions of kids across the country in poverty, that light doesn't shine. And today we had spotlights.
All systems go. The sun, it hasn't died. Deep in my bones.
The message that they got today was great because what they heard was, hey, you matter.
As big as this was, there are hundreds of thousands, millions of students around the country that need even a fraction of this attention. We have to figure out a way to scale it, and we have to figure out a way to make this more frequent, and we're not going to do it alone.
I guarantee you, if you go to at-risk schools and you talk to a principal or somebody, they'll find something that you can do to help.
Thank you, life is beautiful! Woo!
I wouldn't be in the position I was in if I didn't have all those opportunities and if I didn't have someone constantly encouraging me and telling me they believed in me and that I could do it.
All right, who's had fun today?
It can be ongoing, even if it's just an hour with a chef, with a band member, to do a master class.
I think when people see what happened today, they're going to understand the depth of possibility.
You sit there in your heartache, waiting on some beautiful boy to save you from your old way. You play forgiveness, watch it now, here he comes. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but he talks like a gentleman, like you imagined when you were young. Can we climb this mountain? I don't know. Higher now than ever before. I know we can make it if we take it slow. That's taking easy, easy now. Watch it.
Life is beautiful, and today, for 2,200 kids who would not normally think in those terms, they felt that.
We're young. When you
Hey everyone, my name is Rayan Chowdhury, founder of Life is Beautiful, and what you just saw was a community of people in the state of Nevada coming together to materially impact at-risk schools and at-risk children. You can do the same thing, and our challenge for you is to go do the same thing. Visit ourschoolsbeautiful.com to find out information on how you can create your own event and how you can make a difference in the lives of children nationwide. Thank you.